What is good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to be playing Judge Simulator, okay? I am excited. I always wanted to play a simulator that I was going to be a judge or a lawyer or something because I love that type of stuff for some odd reason. Maybe it's the scales, you know? I am a Libra. Maybe it's the scales. I don't know. You know, if you're an astrologer, you probably know, a little something about that. But right now, we are about to be playing this. I am so excited. I don't know what's the difference between I Am the Law and New Game. I don't know the difference between those. I'm going to find out, though. Let's see. Hold on. What is I Am the Law? Oh, it's nothing? Okay. Let's start New Game, y'all. Who's at my door? Where's my glasses? You have a mail. You have a mail. Oh, my name, have mail. Okay, so we are going to put my name, you know what I'm saying? All right. Dear Princetta, I spelled my name wrong.
Wow.
We're gonna work with it. We're gonna work with it. You were appointed as a judge. Banana Republic Courthouse today. Okay. Okay, I got my little suit towel. Let's get it. Boy, I'm just gonna go in right away. First case. I don't know what I'm doing. Your Honor, first of all, as the ministry, we wish you success in your new position. All right, thank you. We want to remind you of the details that are important for you to make a correct judgment. All right. You can find the evidence in the evidence file at the same time. You get information whether there is digital evidence or tablet. The case file includes the content of the case and the information of the defendant. You can ask some questions to the defendant by clicking on microphone. These questions will play an important role in deciding your case, all right? On the tablet, you can access some digital evidence such as camera footage or audio recordings. You can also access the recordings of your dialogue with the defendants via microphone. Who's coughing?
How are you doing this board? Oh, God.
If you're not somebody that's in the courtroom that's fighting for their life or trying to get somebody in jail, I'm gonna need y'all to get out, okay? Get out. The law book contains the rules and penalties for crimes that you need to look at to make your right decision. All right. Finally, you will make your decision. All right. So this is the law book here. The criminals must be given the sum of their sentence for the crimes listed in the charges section. Okay. Homicide, theft, verbal assault, crime, physical assault, public prosecution of offense, all of that. Okay, so I don't know which one he's going to be at the moment. Let's look at the case file. To the Banana Republic, violation of restrictions. The incident began on a night when a curfew was in effect around 1:45 p.m. or a.m. I guess a.m., right? We just going to say a.m. When patrol units noticed a suspicious individual in the Hawthorne district. Okay. When the officer stopped the individual, his identity was determined to be Harris Keeling. Who the heck is that? I haven't been feeling well at home for a while. I thought going outside for a bit would help me relax. I went out without even checking the time, okay? While walking, I saw a police vehicle and remember the curfew at the moment. I panicked. I was afraid of getting fined, so I didn't comply with their instructions. I was just scared. Okay, here goes the fingerprint. He's 25. He's a male. All right. The case does not contain any evidence files. All right, so let's look at the law book. All right, do we have any curfews? Cyber crimes committed against the state. Sexual execution offense, physical assault, crimes of instigation, verbal theft, homicide. Terrorism. Damage of public property, failure to fulfill commitment. He didn't want to get fined, so I didn't comply with their instructions. Okay, but did he threaten the officer? I don't see anything in this law book to prosecute him. Okay, I don't see anything. We have no digital evidence. We have no evidence. This is a waste of my time. This is a waste of my time. Let's ask some questions. Why did you resist the police from taking action? Because I thought I could explain myself. I didn't want to let the police write a ticket without telling them what happened that night. Okay. You say you were feeling unwell in that case. Why didn't you call the emergency line? It didn't occur to me at that moment. Leaving the home seemed like the only option. I couldn't even stop to think. Okay. We just... Not guilty. If it's 12, you would fail. All right. We succeeded, y'all. We succeeded. Let's go. Because at that point, I don't know why I would, it was no reason to jail him, to fine him, it was nothing in the law book that stated what he did needed all that. All right, so where am I? This is my family? Hi, Timmy. I don't know what to call her. I'm going to call her Alexa. I don't know why she looked like Alexa to me. I just came off the dome. And my wife looked like an Amanda. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Timmy, Lexa, and Amanda. Let's go. Okay, convicts with a criminal record will now be given increased penalties. Why? Oh, I'm going to have a job. Okay. What's good, my brother? What did you do? Look at your case file. Criminal record, yes. All right, player. Oh, possession/carrying drugs. The incident occurred in the evening during a routine ID check conducted by patrol police units on North Slack Avenue, okay? During a frisk conduct on Sam, I don't know how you say that, Mikhaili, or something like that, who was stopped due to suspicious behavior, narcotic substance were found. Okay, what do you mean? Why you stopping for suspicious behavior? What did he do? What did he do? Huh?
Why?
Further investigation found no record of the individual engaging in drug trafficking. However, it was assessed that the substance was regularly obtained for personal use. What was the substance? Is it legal? Yes, I had substance on me. I don't deny that. I use them when I'm alone to clear my head. I didn't sell them to anyone, and I didn't harm anyone. My life has been off track for a long time. This substance feels like an escape, but I also know that it's not an excuse. He don't need to go to jail. He need to go to rehab. Okay? He's 22. He has a criminal record in the past. I don't know what he did. What did you do in the past? Oh. 5MG. 5MG. Okay, let's go to the law book. Let's go to the law book. Possession says carrying. Sentence 10 months public service. Aggressive sentence 18 months public service and a $5,000 fine. Okay. So that ain't no joke, okay? I believe that he needs to go to rehab and not jail. So I'm glad that jail is not an option because he needs a rehab, all right? We're not even going to give him a $5,000 fine. We're just going to give him 10 months of public service, okay? He's been to jail before. He's having a hard time, and putting another $5,000 fine on him plus 18 months is just going to send him spiraling even more, because how you going to pay $5,000? And your life has been off track since, I guess since the first arrest or since, family issues. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to do that to you, my brother. So what we're going to do is, let's see, do we have any other evidence that I can look at? Any audio? Okay, no. So this is what I'm going to do for you, my brother, okay? I got you, Sam. But he needs rehab. So what we're going to do, We're going to do guilty, and we're going to do public service, and we're going to do 10 months, okay? 10 months public service, okay? Success? Success. Let's go. Let's go. What's good, family? When I'm going to get paid? Look at my wallet. When am I going to get paid? God dang. Okay, we still on week 1. That's probably why. I need to get paid, bruh. All right, so what we got here? Look at the case. What's your name? Tom? Okay. Tom, you don't have a criminal record. Okay. In the evening hours, the lifeless body of company CEO Marcel So this is a homicide case. Okay. Was found in the trunk of his vehicle in the underground parking lot of the Norvax Industries building. Is that how you say it? That's how you say it? Okay. The fact that the security system was disabled at the time of the incident indicates that this was a planned assassin. All right. Details. When the incident was discovered, the only attendant present at the parking lot, Tom, was detained, and the first statement was taken from him. Okay, what was the statement? I had just started my shift about 2.5 hours ago. During my routine patrol, I still saw the CEO's car in the parking lot, which didn't seem strange to me, but I noticed that the trunk was completely open. Why would they leave the trunk open and not close the trunk? Okay. When I approached, I saw Mr. Hadwick lying motionless inside. The first thing that caught my eye was a red rose placed on him. Oh, as if someone had deliberately left it there. I immediately contacted headquarters VI radio and reported the incident. All right. So, let's ask some questions. Isn't a car required to enter the company parking lot? How do you think the killer could have gotten inside? I checked the system records, and there is no card scan visible since the moment I started my shift. I think the killer disabled the system remotely, so this is a professional. Did you have any personal relationship with the CEO? No, I joined the company only 2 months ago. I've only seen him from a distance. We had no arguments and no contact. This would be assassination, not manslaughter. But if he did it, why would he still be there? During my routine patrol, I still saw the CEO's car in the parking lot, which didn't seem strange to me, but I noticed that the trunk... So, could it be the other security guard? And it was a red rose that was on him. This sounds like a Fatal Attraction type of situation. Okay, not guilty. Bye. We don't got no evidence. Okay. I don't even know how this goes, but I haven't. Okay, so this is so salary payment. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, credit option, house rent, shopping, bills. All right, so I got $100. All right. What's wrong with you? What's going on? Your daughter asked you for $100 for her school fees. Do you accept? Yeah. God dang, that's my only money, bro. That's my only money. Week 2. Okay, we got 2 people up in here. All right, what's going on? It's getting good. So we got Mason, all right? Auto theft. The vehicle owned by Rob Singer, which was parked overnight in the parking lot of his apartment building, disappeared by morning without leaving any trace. Following the report made by Rob Singer, the vehicle was located and stopped by patrol units. Following the identification process, the driver of the vehicle was identified as Mason, okay? Previously known as Tiny M. He did it. titanium. What in the world? Who has a criminal record for vehicle theft? Oh, yeah, you going to jail. I have no information about how my vehicle was stolen. Those who did it were professional thieves. The police said they left no trace at all. The only thing I am certain about is that my car was locked. All right? Early in the morning, an old friend of mine, Derek, called me. He said there was an urgent package that needed to be delivered and that he was unavailable. I immediately went to his house to help. He opened the door and handed me a package and a car key. I didn't know the vehicle was stolen. As soon as I set off, I encouraged a police checkpoint. That's where I learned the vehicle was stolen. Following the statement of Mason, Derek has been taken into custody. Okay? Everyone who is involved, me, in this incident, this is a mistake. Everything Mason said is a lie. I have nothing to do with that vehicle or any theft. Mason is trying to drag me into this, but I did nothing. All right, Derek, I don't believe you, okay? I don't believe you at all. Theft. Since he's been here before, all right, aggressive sentence will be 4 years in jail. Extortion, 2 years in jail. And aggravated sentence is 6 years. So I guess I might have to do the man who stole the vehicle first. I have to give him 4 years. Auto theft sentenced to 2 years, aggravated 4 years jail, and a $2,000 fine. Okay, so 4 years and a $2,000 fine for him. Because I don't believe you. All right. 2 years of jail time. There we go. We didn't get a fail yet, y'all. I don't know if I know what I'm doing, but I don't know if I know what I'm doing, but I mean, it looks good so far. Due to state of emergency, judges can now be appointed to all types of cases. Lord, what case am I gonna get today? What in the world is going on here? What in the world is this? Determine which parent will be granted custody of 11-year-old Liam and his 8-year-old sister. Defendant Jacob, plaintiff, all right, officially divorced about 2 weeks ago. After the divorce, no agreement could be reached regarding custody of their 2 children. So the mother filed a custody lawsuit. This is the family evaluation report. The father, Jacob, was deemed unfit to take full-time care of the children due to a long-standing anxiety disorder, okay? Intermittent anger control problem, okay, and unstable living conditions. Although the mother is loving towards the children, she has been in serious financial difficulty recently and has had to work 2 different jobs. Okay, that's not good either. The home conditions are modest. However, the report on ability to meet the children's needs evaluated the situation negatively. So who gonna be taking care of these children? Let's ask some questions. How did your parents separate affect you? At first, I felt terrible. There was a constant tension at home. But after the divorce, the argument stopped, so I felt a bit relieved. Still, I feel sad that my dad is left alone. Would you rather live with your mother or your father? I don't want to be separated from my sister. We can live together with our mom. My mom is in a good financial situation, but I can work and support her. How is your relationship with your father? I love my dad too, but sometimes he gets very angry. My sister gets scared. I wish they had never separated. Okay, yeah. What do your family fight in front of you? Yes, they were shouting at each other. All right. Do you love your mom more or your dad? That's kind of a crazy question to ask. Decision. It was decided that custody of both children would be granted to the mother. It was decided that custody of both children would be granted to the father. It was decided that the boy would be placed with the father and the girl with the mother. It was decided that the daughter would be placed with the father and the son with the mother. It was decided that the conditions were insufferable and both children would be placed in foster care. The mom is not good financially like that, but she's still working 2 jobs. She's still trying. I don't want to put them with the father because of his anxiety disorder and his anger issues, which is not a good fit for children. But also, is this mother financially responsible to take care of those children? But if I put both children in foster care, they're going to be separated. It's a possibility they're going to be separated. So, and nobody wants to be in foster care, okay? I might have to grant this to the mother. Let's go. Let's go. Week 2, case 3. He looked guilty. What's going on? All right, Chris, age 49. He does have a criminal record. Assassination, okay? In recent weeks, sanitation workers collected trash in the city center, came across the lifeless body of Fred J. Haldon or something like that. They came across Fred. They came across Fred, okay? The CEO of the Clinmore Company among the garbage. The autopsy report determined that there were no signs of assault and that the death occurred as a result of prolonged oxygen deprivation, okay? According to the last meeting record in his daily calendar, the person Fred was with on the evening before his death with his company board member, Chris. After the evening, this is Chris's statement, y'all. After the evening meeting, we left the company together and went to our usual bar. We stayed for about 2 hours. He drank, seemed a bit withdrawn, and didn't want to talk. Then I dropped him off at his home. I don't know where he went after that. He was a good friend. It never crossed my mind that he would meet such an end. The cleaning worker who found the body. There was a black tarp over the trash container. When I left it, I saw the body of a man lying there in a navy blue suit. The body was slightly bruised, and there was a red rose on it. I thought things like this only happen in movies. Y'all see why I said the other guy didn't do it? I let him go because I'm like, he didn't do this. He didn't do this. He also assassinated another person. The Red Rose. The Red Rose. And he has a criminal record. I wish I would know what the criminal record was. This is the whole Red Rose situation. I don't know how to open this briefcase. The steel wire found on the body. The red rose found on the body. Ain't no digital evidence? How long had you known Fred? We've been working at the same company for about 8 years, but we were relatively close only in the last 2 years. Did he have any enemies or anyone threatening him inside or outside the company? I don't think so. He was someone who got along with people. While you were at the bar, did he mention anywhere he was going to that evening? Unfortunately, he only said, "Take me home. I'm very tired." So this is what I'm going to do for you, all right? This is a assassination. As a result of this decision you made in the case, we decided to raise your salary. Let's go! I did it. This week, you will earn $700. I did right, y'all. Is it success? That's what I'm talking about. Let's go! Oh, I'm good at this game. Let's go. All right. I should be getting more than $700. But, that's just me. Let's withdraw money. Okay, I got 200 on me. Sleep good tonight. All right, case 1. I got both of y'all up in here. What we got? Oh, I can go to the other case by doing this. All right. So, Sean has no criminal record. But Olimer, is that how you say his name? He does. All right. So, charges: threat, malice wounding. Oh, God. In recent weeks, at the home of Olimer, his friend Sean sustained a stab wound to the rib during a violent altercation between them. Okay, hold on. Sean doesn't have a criminal record, right? So, Oliver, he does. All right. Oliver claims that his friend Sean stabbed him over a debt dispute. Wait. Following the complaint filed by Oliver, Sean was apprehended at his family's home. Statement. I had been having debt dispute with Sean for some time. I couldn't repay the money I borrowed from him on time, and he threatened me at every opportunity to get his money back. I don't blame him. Get that man money back. That's how friendships end. Because y'all be borrowing money from your people and y'all don't be paying them back. All right. When he came to my house on the day of the incident, he was extremely angry and out of control. As soon as I opened the door, he started assaulting me. He came at me with a knife, and while I was pushing him away, the knife stabbed into my rib. This is Oliver, right? Okay. If it had gone a little higher, I could have died. After he fled, I grabbed my phone and immediately contacted the police. This is Sean's statement. It is true that I argued with Oliver about the debt, but I was not the one who attacked. He was. That day, I wanted to go to his house and talk calmly. I told him that my situation was bad and that he needed to give me the money now. A heated argument broke out between us. He ran and grabbed a knife from the kitchen. While I was trying to take the knife from his hand, he fell onto it and it stabbed his rib. I fled the scene because I was scared. Okay? All right, let's see what we can unlock, y'all. I don't know how to do this. What? Got it. All right. All right, here's the evidence. Fingerprint number. Here we go. 21227. Expert from a phone conversation between Oliver and Sean. This is Sean. Give me my money. Oliver, Sean, you're crossing the line. I said I'll pay you. Stop pursuing me. Shut up, you bastard. Jesus. Let's see if you can talk like that when you're face to face with me. This is Sean, okay? You need to calm down a bit. If you don't pay me next week, you'll be a dead man. All right, Sean. What you got to say about that? And what was the fingerprints? 21227. That's Sean's fingerprints, y'all. That is Sean's fingerprints. How close are you to Sean? I would say we're very close. We were just drinking buddies at a bar, that's all. All right? And you asked your money from a guy that you just knew at the bar? Okay. Did you take the knife from the kitchen or did he bring it? The knife belonged to him. I never held it in my hand. Did he threaten you often? Almost every day, Your Honor. Oh, wow. Were you threatening the individual named Oliver? No, Your Honor. I only tried to scare him so he would pay the money. You did threaten him, though. Was the knife stabbed while it was in your hand? No, Your Honor. The knife was always with him. That's a lie, because only your fingerprints was on the knife. Okay, Sean? This is Sean we're talking about, the one that's not with the criminal record. Any digital evidence? All right, Sean. So you're going to have your first criminal record. Hold on. First, let me go to the law book. Okay. Physical assault. Where's physical assault? Okay, beating, malicious wounds. That is sentenced to 8 years. Aggravated is 14. All right, so it's going to be 8 years for him. No fine. I didn't see a fine in here. So Sean, you're gonna have your first record, buddy. You got your first record. What was it, 8 years? All right. And you, Oliver, Pay people money on time. Okay? Pay people's money on time. Please. Please. There we go. All right. Nobody asked me for no money. Okay? No money. Where my sanity at? Okay. I'm going to bed. Bill passed. Criminals who are not mentally well will be sent for a treatment instead of punishment. That's what I was talking about. There we go. Case 2, week 3. So I'm guessing this is going to be a mental patient. All right. Mental health test, positive. Criminal record, no. Okay. He has his, that's his fingerprint number. He is a 20 male. His name is Owen. Willful damage to public property. Okay. Let's open up this real quick. See, I don't know how to do these. That's my downfall. I don't know how to do these. What's happening? Oh, I opened it. All right, let's go. Okay, the bench damaged by the defendant. Sharp objects were found on him. So he just damaged the bench? In recent weeks, numerous complaints have been received about dents and scratches appearing on newly installed benches. They investigated the situation, replaced the bench with a new one to prevent further damage, and deploy a covering option. Okay. The following day, around noon, Owen sat on a new bench and shortly afterwards took a sharp object out of his pocket and began scraping the surface. At that point, the cops intervened and took the individual into custody. I should say that I have been doing this for years without realizing it. When I'm stressed, my hand always goes to my pocket and I fidget with that small knife-like object. Over time, this habit got out of control. I know I was damaging the benches, but I truly never thought it was a crime. It was an impulse. I couldn't even stop myself from acting. So I already know that he is going to go to the Menstu Institute. The Menstu Institute. The Menstu Institute. Okay, I'm going to give him a little chat. I'm going to talk to him real quick. You said this behavior was an impulse you can control. Have you considered getting support for this? Yes, Your Honor, because these events caused even more stress for me. Do you think this behavior will continue? No, I don't know. Probably yes. All right, he was truthful when it comes to that statement. So, we're going to go and get you treatment, okay? I mean, this was not big for any jail time or fine or anything like that. Like, let's be for real. All right, what we got going on up in here? Okay? All right, the music production company, Aurelia Soundworks, alleged that Intertone Audio committed copyright infringement by using the rhythm bass of their composition without permission. Defendant, Intertone Audio Production Company, plaintiff, the Soundworks Ltd. There is one digital evidence for this case. All right, we're getting to the digitals now. All right, so this is the Intertone, and this is the Soundworks. All right. Soundworks announced to the public a new single they had worked on for about a month. Okay. Just 48 hours after the track was released, Intertone Audio announced a new music project. Fans of both companies noticed similarities in the instrumental backing, and debates began on social media. Following this, Soundworks stated that the rhythmic arrangements, harmonic structures, and sound design were copied one-to-one. Therefore, Intertone Audio is being asked to pay $5 million USD in copyright damages, okay? My clients worked on this track for weeks, tried hundreds of mixes, variations, and ultimately brought the work to an original point. However, in the track Intertone Audio released shortly after, it is understood that characteristics instrumental foundation was used almost identically. Our complaint is not similarity. It is the unauthorized copywriting copying of my client's labor. We demand compensation to remedy these violations. Okay? This is their statement. We do not believe the similarities that emerge constitute intentional copying. In modern electronic music, similar rhythmic structures and sound designs are frequently seen. The audio engineers within my client, Intertone Audio, used a backing track they created from scratch entirely in their own studios. Similar drums and sync patterns can be heard across dozens of companies in the market. For this reason, we find the claims of copyright infringement unfound. All right, so let's go to the audio. So this is the track from Soundworks. Oh! Okay. Bro, y'all just... Okay, yeah, I heard enough. Intertone Audio was found guilty in order to pay $5 million compensation. Intertone was not found guilty, and it was decided that no compensation needed to pay. No, they're paying that $5 million. Next! As a result of the decisions you made in the cases, we decided to raise your salary this week. You will earn $800. Let's go! All right, let's get some money up out of here. Give me my money. Boy, what you want? What do you want? Your son says his clothes are getting old. He wants $300 for the new clothes. Do you accept? Your sanity will drop if you don't accept this. Here. Taking all my dang on money, bruh. All right, this is week 4. Case 1, y'all. Who is this? His lawyer? Okay, you don't have a lawyer. All right, what's going on? Hospital report. Diagnosis. Major depression. This is on Miller. All right? The compensation lawsuit filed by Joe Miller. Wait. Plaintiff Joe Miller states that his 14-year-old daughter, Ely Miller, that's how you say it, Ely? Began showing severe symptoms of depression shortly after playing the video game None of Us 2, and later lost her life as a result of a suicide attempt. Jesus. Plaintiff Miller claims that the game company is primarily responsible for his daughter's death and is seeking $1 million in moral damages. Okay? Additionally, they are requesting that the sale and distribution of the game be halted. Representing the defendant company attorney, how you say that name? Alastara, I don't know, is present at the hearing. All right, these are the statements, y'all. These are the statements. After my daughter started playing this game, she completely withdrew. Only the gloomy melodies of the game music came from under her bedroom door. She wouldn't eat and couldn't sleep at night. After a while, she began acting as if she wasn't herself anymore at home. When we took her to the hospital, she was diagnosed with major depression. 2 weeks later, her mother found her in her bed with pill boxes. We learned from the doctor that it was already too late. Jesus. All right, this is the company. Our company does not accept such allegations regarding our product. Before release, our game was clearly marked with an age restriction of 18. The plaintiff's daughter does not meet this requirement. The real fault lies in providing the game to a child despite the age restriction. Furthermore, there is no evidence that our game caused this illness. That is true. If they labeled it 18 and you don't have any evidence that this game in particular caused that issue, you don't know if she was already going through this, then I don't see a case here. It's messed up, but as parents, why are you giving your 14-year-old daughter access to a game that literally says 18 and up? That's your fault. That's your parenting. You wanted to give your daughter that game, even though it was a caution on the game, and you still gave it to her, right? All right, I'm going to start talking. Mr. Miller, your daughter did not meet the game age requirement. Why did you not prevent her from playing it? Good question. Your Honor, when the game was released, my daughter begged me for days to buy it. She said, Dad, everyone is playing it. I'm falling behind. As her father, I couldn't say no. But no one could have imagined their child would be dragged into such darkness. That is your fault, sir. You're gonna have to deal with those consequences. You said that your daughter wanted the game and she was bugging you and all that kind of stuff, so you gave in. That is your fault. That was your decision to give in. You are the parent. You supposed to be like, no. I said no. It's no. No is no. And if she gonna be gloomy about it, oh well. She will deal with it. It will be another game that come out that she can play. And then when she get older, she can go ahead and buy that game that she wanted so bad. But as a parent, you have to put your foot down and be like, no. I said no. No is no. You don't supposed to have your kids tell you what to do. So no, that's not a good argument. What is your defense? Your Honor, we are aware that the continuation of the series is somewhat emotional. For this reason, we released the game as 18 and above. This is not a game suitable for everyone, but we are encountering such a case for the first time. I already made up my mind, bro. I already made up my mind. No compensation for the family and removal of the game from sale. Wait. We can remove the game too? The rejection of the family compensation claim and the game remaining on sale. It was decided that the family will be awarded no. The game is going to remain on sale, bro. Because it's up to y'all as parents to know what is suitable for your children to play when it comes to video games. That goes when it comes to shows and when it comes to music, okay? When it comes to shows, music, and video games, you are responsible as a parent to be like, okay, you can play this, but you can't play this. You get what I'm saying? That is your responsibility. That is not the seller's responsibility to parent your children. If they have on the label, this is for 18 years and up, this is for 21 and up. If they have that caution on the label, which they should, and they supposed to have that on the label, and they do, you can't fault them for what you decided to do as a parent. And if this is the only case like this, then the game is going to remain on sale until we have another case with the same dang on game saying the same thing. Then we're going to have to take it off the market. But for right now, since it's the only the game has to remain on the shelves. Like, I don't see a problem here. He gonna have to deal with that. Sorry.
Since you want to suck for me, I said no, I don't want it. I don't want sex. I don't want sex. Since you want to suck for me, I said no, I don't want it. I'm just waiting for the bus. I didn't want sex.